Hello, how are you? Welcome along to the Russian Band Show. We are on the climb to 20,000 subscribers. Please like, please subscribe, please get in the comments because that was quite the close, wasn't it, to Group D in the Women's European Championships in a group that was the group of death. Absolutely killed me. That's actually just killed me. It's killed me. What's happening? It's killing me. It's killing me inside for the Netherlands and Dutch fans. I can't imagine how you're feeling. I'm fuming and I need to know more information. And maybe I will know more information in the coming hours. But for now, it looks like you've been crying out for goals. You are winning the game and you've left maybe the best goal scorer women's football has ever seen. In fact, the best goal scorer women's football has ever seen on the bench. Riddle me that. Riddle me that. England battering Wales, which was with absolutely no disrespect to them, because I just think they've been magic getting to the tournament. We all love a minnows at a major tournament, getting to the big stage. England have battered Wales tonight. The goal that Hannah Cain scored for Wales, what an assist from Jess Fishlock, what a run. She's a brilliant player. What a finish as well from Hannah Cain. Was magic, and the crowd go wild because that's what it's about. It's about them getting the opportunity. It's about them being there. It's about them competing on the major stage and getting that experience. But it was never going to be enough, not never, nearly enough to get past England. And England were just running riot, weren't they? They've been absolutely magic tonight. I've been going between the both of them. When England were 3-0 up inside 28 minutes, I thought, right, okay, I have to focus on the Netherlands, France. And that's where you're genuinely looking at that group and going, it's going to go down to goal difference, because Netherlands had the lead. They had a 2-1 lead. It was Vic Palova with a wonderful goal who made it 1-1 for the Netherlands. And then the second goal for the Netherlands made it 2-1. You're going, okay. You're thinking, right, surely he's got to be looking at half time and going, right, I'm going to bring on Viviana Medma. No Viviana Miedema. So I hadn't watched all the pre-match press conferences and the build-up to the game. However, I had seen the quote from the manager about Viviana Miedema, and it was that Viviana Miedema can play, but she's been replaced by Bernstein, who's an excellent player, by the way, in attack for the Netherlands, but she can't play the full game, but she can play part of the game. That's what the manager said about Viviana Miedema and why she was on the bench. She can play, but not the full 90 minutes. Bernstein will start and Miedema could join later, is what Jonker said, Andres Jonker said, who is in charge of the Netherlands women. Only thing is, what I'm thinking now is that it feels like something's happened. Why would you not bring on the all-time scorer in the WSL, the legend of the Netherlands women, to come on to the pitch and maybe bang in a brace or a hat-trick when you need those goals the most? And that bugs the life out of me. Now, I don't know the story. I don't know what's happened. But if it's a manager against a player, think about the fans. Managers sometimes can't handle big personalities. They can't handle straight talking players who are sometimes a bigger character or a bigger personality or a bigger name than the manager. So they use that in their moment and go, oh, okay, I'll show you. I'm gonna put you on the bench. Whether that's happened or not, I'm absolutely clueless. But say it has happened. You've had the opportunity to win that game and to bring on a player who you know is going to score you goals, and you've decided to put you first. You've put you before the country, put you before the fans. I find that so hard to deal with. And also at the same time, I don't think it's right that players can have a higher status or be bigger than the team or bigger than the country. I don't agree with that either. But manage it is what I would say. I mean, I'm just looking at social media. The amount of Dutch fans currently trashing the fuck out of the Euros. Where the fuck is Viviana Miedema? Jonker talking to Viviana Miedema as the Netherlands are 4-2 down against France. It's like, why is she not on if she could play? Why is she not on? Why have you not made that decision sooner? And do you know what? You've not played you've not played your best football. You didn't play DVD. You dropped her in the other game, Danielle van de Donk. It's like, what are you doing? Like, are you trying to make the transition now? You're trying to refresh the team now? You're in the middle of a European Championship. You're in the group stage, mate. Like, why? Why have you made that decision now? Don't get me wrong. I quite like the cut of this guy's jib. I saw him go for a journal in one of the press conferences about that. Was it, he called it a puppet show or something? The journalist, and he went for him and he held his own and he defended his team. But for me, I'm looking and going, you've not played Daniel van de Donk in the last game. You've not played Viviana Miedema in this game. Are you all right? Like, do you need me to phone somebody? Do you need somebody to come in and do it for you? Do you think you're bigger than the team? Do you think you're better than the fans? Confused, absolutely confused. And I'm furious for the Netherlands because the game was in their hands there. They looked positive. They looked good to begin with. And they could have brought on one of the best goal scorers we've ever seen in women's football, and they didn't. So I'm absolutely furious. But the French, wow, absolutely unbelievable. Incredible performance from them. Cascarino, unreal. Katoto, unreal. Brilliant performance from them. Cascarino was absolutely exceptional tonight. That goal from her, oh my God. Mwah. Je ne sais quoi. Mwah. So there we go. The Netherlands are out of the Women's Euros. Bearing in mind, by the way, if you're just new to the channel, the Netherlands were the champions before England were the champions with Sarina Wiegman. So there's so much history there. So the fact that they're out, they're in the same group as England, they were battered by England, and now they're out in the group stage, shows you how much of a fall from grace this is. And also, I was just saying to Jamie there, like, come the end of the Euros, Sarina Wiegman's number 2 assistant manager is going to be the manager of the Netherlands. Now, that is just, there's so much, it's just such a, ooh. Okay, I had a bet on that England would win 6-1. So, boom, tick, I've done that. Good job. Excellent goal, like I say, from Wales, from Hannah Cain. She's a brilliant wee player, isn't she? She's the reason that Wales are there over Ireland, from her goal as well in that playoff game at the Aviva. But I think Cain's brilliant. I think Jess Fishlock's brilliant. There's Gemma Evans. There's Kaylee Barton, who came on as well. I think there's so many brilliant players in that team. Josie Green, and it's just great that they've been there and they've changed everything for Wales and their country. Just so you know, I was in Wales on Friday to speak to a school for ITVs this morning, and the kids were all there, and these young girls, like these preschoolers, reception as you would call them, came up to me and they had on their little check dress, and there was 2 little girls, and I was like, oh my God, are you twins? And they were like, yay. And a lot of them spoke Welsh actually, and these little girls, we had taken up the kind of football pitch area, which is all kind of gated in so other kids don't get hit with balls and whatever. It was the Awel Tav school in Pontypridd, and these little girls were like, oh, can we not play football today? I was like, oh my God, we're trying to get more girls to play football and we're standing on their pitch with our camera. And I was like, no, you can't play football. We're just here for the next half hour. And they were like, oh, we wanted to play football on our break. And I was like, oh my God. And they all had on their little Wales shirts, and they were so sweet, and they were all massive Fishlock fans, and they were young, like so young, like my Riva when she started to learn about football. So I just thought it was so sweet. And, you know, none of these to have maybe even an auntie or a sister or you know, a cousin or whatever who plays football. They're just genuinely captured by how Wales women put women's football on the map there over the last couple of weeks. So that's the main thing. That is the main thing that they can take away from this. They know that they've changed football in their country. They know that they've got support from actually so many in their country. I'm talking about, I've actually never seen anyone be so, the Irish as well, to be fair. I hope it happens for the Scots, but the way absolutely everybody was invested in that country, being at the Women's Euros, I'm talking about men and women, you know. You look at the celebration there from Hannah Cain when she scored that goal. You pan at the crowd and there's men dancing, and they're just celebrating the fact that their women are there. And yeah, they might have relations there on that pitch, but I just think it's so inspiring that they're there and they've got the opportunity, and they absolutely earned that. And you know what? The change is there, and the future is bright for Welsh girls and women playing football. As for England, this is the marker now, isn't it? They've gone through. There was many doubts from so many England supporters and so many journalists that England wouldn't make it past the group stage of this competition. They wouldn't make it. Now, I said from day dot that if they suffered defeat from France, which they did, they would go on and they'd beat the Netherlands, because the Netherlands had had a shaky time. Even though I've just said that I love the Netherlands, they'd had a shaky time. England are so strong. And I knew that they would make a statement against the Welsh, and they've done that. So here we are. England go through to the next stage of the competition, and they're going to take on the Swedes. And what's interesting is that I feel so many of us hadn't considered Sweden. I mean, maybe you have. You can get in the comments if you had been considering Sweden to be favourites for this competition, but I just hadn't thought of them. I just hadn't. But I don't know why, because they're so fucking brilliant. Like, the top 5 ranked team in the world, and they know how to win. So here we are. That's England's next test, and I feel England get by. I feel they get to another final, and if they get to a final, anything could happen. Fascinating group, absolutely fascinating. The fact the Dutch had advantage over France, and Viviana Miedema was on the bench, and he didn't bring her on. He brought her on, just by the way, just to go back to this. He brought her on. I don't think it's given us a time yet. Basically, fucking late. She's out. There you go. Did he even bring her on? Oh my God. It's just insane. It's just insane. I'm furious. I'm absolutely furious. Dutch fans, you'll be furious too. And I know there's a lot of you who watch the channel. So get in the comments. Let me know if you've heard anything. Have I missed anything? Is she injured? Tell me she's injured. She's not, because she's there on the bench and she was warming up throughout. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts. You'll be absolutely furious. That said, on we go to the next round. We're into the quarterfinals after this one. So France, who look absolutely unbelievable, and England go through. And I'm absolutely hooked on the Women's Euros. Rusha's back with us next week, so we're going to see her for the quarterfinals, which is absolutely brilliant. Please like, please subscribe, get in the comments. And sorry for my moaning. I'll see you soon. Bye.